Good morning. It's been a nice little equipment maintenance day here. I've got these two Honda mowers, or rather they're Exmark mowers, but they got the Honda 160 engine on them. I just changed the oil on both of these and cleaned them up. They were kind of dirty, hadn't been used in a pretty long time. I had to clean the carburetor out on this one over here, which is going to be my backup. It was the old fuel had been in there for probably a year or so, and it was just nasty. It was all yellow and gunky. Not the kind of gasoline you're going to want to try to use. Fuel filters and everything, air filters. So these two are ready to go, tip-top shape. I wasn't actually planning on going with these mowers with the Honda engine. I hadn't had a lot of experience with them. I've used the Honda engine on the older Toros and the old Pro Line deck with the single handle, that's really popular. And good experience with them. I don't much like the Honda brand mowers per se. I'm not a fan of the controls. Get this up here. Put this up here. I'm not a big fan of their controls. Especially the way the handles work and the self-propel and everything. It's never really appealed to me. I've used them a few times over the years, and it's not really my thing. I know a lot of people love them, but they make great engines. And I've definitely been impressed with these two that I've had here for the last couple of weeks. I actually got this one in a trade, both of these actually in a trade from the same gentleman. I had an old Toro Pro Line like the one I just was talking about, and I knew he had a fascination with them and liked using those a lot. So I knew he had an Exmark. I was looking to get another Exmark, so I just said, hey, let's make a trade. And he happened to have this other one here that he wasn't using. It was just sitting there. He said, here, take this one too. It's in my way. So here we go. Now this is going to be my 21-inch setup for the season. I'm going to use both of these Exmark 21s. I've had this Kawasaki Exmark 21 for going on about, I've had it since before I went into business. I think I actually bought this one in 2015. So I've had this one quite a while. It's a really great mower. I'm going to be selling it, I'm going to be letting it go. I don't need three 21s, but needless to say, it's been an absolute beast. The plan initially was to keep this one and just get this other one and use it, but I really like having two of the same everything for like maintenance purposes. It's going to be really handy to just be able to buy two of the same filters, air filters and plugs and whatnot, and keep them going that way. So that's going to save me a little bit of time and a little bit of money in the long run. I've been working on my little Kombi system here, rack. I've decided I think I'm going to go a different route, slightly different route. I'm going to move these little boards here in the back of the cab where I originally had the Kombi. These boards are actually for the stander to like go over a curb, for instance. I don't want to. When I was using the rider zero-turn sit-downs, I would typically just hop the curb over it or back up over the curb. Well, I'm not going to do that on the stander. For one, I don't want to be jumping around, but also I don't want to tear up my wheels or my fork here. This is very common to break if you're hopping over a lot of curbs. So the plan is I have a couple of sheets of little plywood squares. I don't know where they are at the moment, but those are going to go in here as well. So the plan is whenever we go to a place we need to get over a curb, just take those little 4x4 scrap pieces out, put those, and then the plywood over that. And these will do the same thing. Or if we have to, say we're in a backyard that has a muddy spot that we got to get through to another area, we can put those down so we don't ride through the mud. Because one, I don't want to get one of these stuck. It's not good to get a mower like this stuck but also just for, you know, customer service. You don't want to be tracking mud tracks all over somebody's lawn. You know, that's not a very professional thing to do. Even if you go back and hose it down or clean it up, I've had to do it a few times, and it's better in my opinion to just avoid doing that altogether. So anyway, that's what I've been working on today. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put a piece of all thread actually through here and with a little bracket, and it's gonna go on here, and I'm gonna have a padlock on either end. So that's gonna be the idea. These padlocks are gonna be padlocked onto the unistrut and onto this bracket here. So that way that piece of all thread will be locked in here. And actually how I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna use this stock mount for the steel that's metal, and it's clamped on really tight onto the attachment. I'm gonna run the all thread through there. So whenever I go to take it off, I'll just unlock both sides, or one side if I need to, and slide it over to get what I need and then lock it back. So that's gonna be a really cost-effective, but also I think effective in terms of theft deterrent for those Kombis. Anyway, that's all I've got for now. Thanks for stopping in, and have a good day.